And yes guys, let's see what kind of blizzards have we gotten this time. It looks like the blizzard over here has made North America with only 2 borders, and the blizzard over here Europe with only 3 borders, and finally the blizzard over here Africa with only 2 borders. And yeah, let's see which continent I should probably go for this time, and it looks like it's between Africa and Australia. I mean, both those continents are very suitable to go for me. And I think maybe I will probably go for them both, but I think maybe at first I will capture Africa. I'm not sure. I think maybe I will just immediately capture them both, guys. So as long as my troops wouldn't be cursed somehow, like over here in North Africa. Let's actually see what are the ranks of my opponents. The yellow player is an expert player, the black player is an intermediate rank player, and the green player is an intermediate rank player as well. So yeah guys, we're going to see how this game goes, and the green player will contest for Australia, or what is he going to do? I think he probably wants to go for Australia, what will be my guess, since otherwise if he wanted to go for Europe, then he will have added his troops in Ukraine. But alright, let's just capture Africa over here, and let's go guys, 2 border Africa. I will be using the 2 border African strategy in this game. Hopefully this game is going to be exciting, and let's hope that the black and yellow players will be fighting each other, since it looks like the yellow player is going for North America and the black player is going for South America. And let's actually send the alliances to everyone. The more alliances I have, the better for me, but I mean I can actually break them at any time. So for example, I'm not sure how much beneficial alliance will be with the green player. Maybe I will just look forward to wipe him out from Australia. Alright, let's see what he does with Rehealment. Alright, I guess attack my territory if you have to, if you're so desperate. But wow guys, I really wanted to go for Australia as well desperately. I really wanted to go for 2 continents at once. And yeah, I guess let's just capture a territory over here, and yeah. So assuming the black and yellow players fight each other, it would make the most of sense to deal with the green player for me, if I have an opportunity to get rid of him. And alright, it will be good what if the yellow player will make me a territory to attack over here, so I will help him to capture North America, but he doesn't, and that's fine as well. Alright, the black player captures it, and let's send him thumbs up. I'm perfectly fine with him holding South America. Attack the black player, the green player says, but no, I'm not going to do that. Right now I'm just really looking forward to see how the game goes, and don't really have a particular plan in mind, but I mean, I already mentioned what I think how this game could potentially go, but until it's sure, I think I will rather not do anything drastic. So yeah, I think I will just capture a territory over here, and that will be it. The yellow player trades an asset, and let's see if he fully captures North America. And I think yes, he will. Guys. I do not have a set myself, but it doesn't really that much matter at this point of the game, as I do not really intend to do anything right now. Well, hopefully the black player has a set at 3 cards and invades the yellow player, as I don't really like the yellow player holding North America at all, guys. I really hope that the black player will prevail over the yellow player, but it looks like the yellow player will be going to prevail over the yellow player. But let's see if the black player invades the yellow player, but no, he doesn't. So at this point, I'm not really sure what my actual plan is going to be. I'm not really looking to eliminate the green player at this moment, as the biggest threat in this game is the yellow player. The biggest threat in this game is the yellow player. He has got the strongest position in this game. So yeah. Wondering what are the actual plans of the green player. Will he just be the Australian turtle player, or will he actually do something more? He told me to attack the black player last turn, but alright. I think he will just be an Australian turtle player right now, guys. Let's set one more troop over here, and then we will just fortify another army on my other border. Wondering what the yellow player intends to do and whether he will consider invading the black player. I think for now he doesn't have it in his plans, but maybe in the future. We will see, guys. We will see. It looks like the black player is strengthening his borders equally, both of his borders equally, so it looks like, yeah. So it looks like he isn't particularly bothered by any of us and just wants to stay more on a neutral side, but alright, he just blocked me the way of getting a territory, of having one troop territory to attack. So I mean, I could just add my troops in Great Britain and attack with territory in Northern Europe, guys, but yeah, let's see how this game goes. The green player trades in a set, and what is his plan? I have no idea right now, Right, he trades in a set right here, and will he go for Europe, or will he just capture 3 troops territory and fortify his troops on Siam? But no, it looks like he is going for Europe. Alright, let's just add some troops over here and just capture a territory over here. And that will be it, guys. The yellow player has added one more troop to make the 4 troops army as well, so that will be 100% blitz roll and strengthen the border against the black player. But alright, finally looks like the black player is much more bothered by the yellow player, as this time he added all of his troops on the border against the yellow player, so I think he is a little bit threatened by him. Hopefully the green player takes his time to capture Europe. And I mean, I'm not really sure whether I will stay good allies with him. I think I might not do that, but not so sure. It really depends on how strong both of the other opponents are. Let's trade in a set, and alright. I think I will rather just keep that army on Middle East rather than block it, so I will have a good access to attack my opponents, and particularly the green player. But first of all, I want to see whether the black and yellow players are able to balance each other out, as if they don't, if the yellow player dominates, then I will just have to let the green player to take over Europe and be fine with it. But a yellow player takes things slowly and doesn't drastically expand that much. But alright, the black player has strengthened the border against me as well this time, so yeah. For now he is going back into his neutral state, I guess. The green player is just continuing going for Europe. Alright, let's just capture a territory of a black player over here since I do not really have a territory to attack, and let's just end my turn. I think the game is mostly depends on what the yellow player does. I mean, he is the most influential player in the game and probably has to do something in order to progress the game. But yeah, I think he is really looking forward to expanding in South America, probably. The black player trades in a 10 troop set, and let's see what is he going to do. Alright, will he invade me? Alright, I do not really appreciate the black player strengthening this border so drastically against me. But alright, come on black, don't play like that. Don't. Alright, but it looks like the green player is finally capturing this. And alright, he will just hold Europe, as I mean, the yellow player is the strongest player, so it's really up to him whether he wants to do something or not. But alright, I will just fortify my army over here then. I mean, if a black player crushes my army, then he will just suicide and ruin the game for both of us. I intend to be a good ally and don't pressure him, but it looks like even with that he still wants to fortify his troops on my border rather than the yellow player's border. Attack the yellow player, don't send me thumbs down over here. Yeah, you could just stay neutral and fortify your troops in Peru if you're really afraid of a yellow player or something like that. And alright, thank you black player. Glad we understand each other. Let's see what the green player does right now. I mean, I'm obviously not taking the black player out and neither attacking the green player. The yellow player is the strongest player in this game and it's up to him what to do. He could stay passive, but in this case he will probably give the advantage to the green player. Let's capture a territory over here. And let's just split my troops into 2 equal pieces, I guess. And let's see what the yellow player captures right now. Right, he attacks the territory of the green player, but doesn't really do too much besides that. And alright, let's see if he actually invades the yellow player in 69 troops, guys. But alright, he doesn't invade. I think that wouldn't be really too smart of a move, I guess. But what if I take Australia from the green player, guys? Maybe I should really do that, thinking long term, as the yellow player isn't really looking to attack green, and the black player might attack the yellow player, giving a huge advantage to the green player, to which I wouldn't be really able to do much. Do I have a set? I do. So yeah, I think maybe the best decision on seeing what other players intend to do will be to attack the green player. And alright, that was really sneaky, but probably a very smart move by the green player. And I think let's just take Australia from the green player. Let's do it like this. And I will just lift Africa with territories of once. We'll see what happens right here. Let's send the black player thumbs up, saying to attack my territory if he needs to. And let's see what the yellow player does. He doesn't really do much. Well, alright, actually the yellow player is even more stronger with me attacking the green player, looking to the troops overall. So yeah. What about if I invade the yellow player myself? But probably that wouldn't be too much of a good decision, but we will see. I mean, hopefully the black player doesn't suicide on the green player right now, as the game could be really given away to the yellow player. But yeah, the yellow player is the strongest player in this game, but on the other hand, as long as the green player has Europe, he will be balanced out even if he captures South America. As I mean, I have Australia and the black player could get Africa. And alright, actually the yellow player plays it smartly and equalizes that, so that wasn't that too much of a great decision to take Australia from the green player like I thought, as I thought what the black player will be really looking to invade the yellow player, but yeah. But the yellow player is more of a passive player, probably the most passive player from all of us. Let's see if the black player is actually going to properly protect his southern border against the yellow player as well, or whether he will just leave his troops right here. But alright, here looks like he has become good friends with the yellow player. He doesn't really care about protecting against the yellow player that much. Let's see what the green player intends to do over here. And I think maybe I will just block my Australian army on purpose, so to not irritate any of those players over here. But we wouldn't be irritated by my unleashed army, and will be more free to attack each other. But right, the yellow player invades the black player. This is what I really like, as the black player wasn't paying attention to the yellow player at all, and the black player is just fine with that. So yeah, actually the things didn't turn out like I expected them to turn out, and we're even in worse position like it was before us. But as if I had just let the green player to have Australia, then the yellow player would have probably had to attack the green player by himself if he didn't want the green player to become stronger. But yeah, everything is balanced, guys, so yeah, everything is fine. The continent-wise, the yellow player gets the same number of troops as me and the black player combined, and also the same number of troops as the green player himself. So the yellow player just can't become too much overpowered over here. But I really wish the black player will just more go after the yellow player, as right now the game is kinda still meeting. And I should probably be patient, but it's not really fun to play this way. Let's attack a territory over here and end my turn. Let's see, maybe my Australian army will be unleashed. Alright, the yellow player blocks his army over here. Actually, I have a plan. What if I actually block the yellow player's way from capturing the territories over here? I think that might be really fun. I think this is where will be my sneaky plan, guys. I really like to play with some interesting plans. To just turtle over here like that wouldn't be that much interesting and exciting at all. I don't really want to wait for the stage of the game when players will just start disconnecting. That wouldn't be that really fun at all. So yeah, guys, I will prevent the yellow player from getting caught, so unless he wants to capture territories in South America and eventually capture South America, but when his border will be, his army will touch the black player's army. We will be next to each other, bordering each other. Hopefully the green player doesn't fit right now the game. Alright, he finally has come back to it and makes his turn. And let's go for my sneaky strategy, guys. Let's do it like that, and let's do the things over here like this. Let's fortify some troops over here and block the yellow player from getting cards over here. That is a really sneaky and funny strategy for sure, guys. I mean, it could backfire me, but I do not care. Let's just have some fun, guys, rather than playing as safely and as passively as possible, rather than just turtling in Australia. I mean, the yellow player can capture territories in South America, but what is he going to do after he finally captures South America? Or I mean, will he just then leave no troops on Brazil and Brazil will be constantly invaded by the black player? And alright, I won't unleash the yellow player the way over here. I will just play like this, guys. 3 armies of the equal size, 31 troops, guys. And actually I could make 3 troops armies over here as well. And the yellow player can just capture the territory of Argentina right here, but I'm wondering what he will do next. What he will do after capturing Brazil. Alright, 69 troops on Kamchatka, 80 troops on Venezuela, guys. I'm really wondering where this game is going to turn out to. Hopefully the black player builds a bigger army over here in North Africa, so because he's afraid of the yellow player rather than he would like to invade the green player. As the yellow player is the strongest player in this game, guys, from what we can see looking at the troops counter at the right side. Let's add the troops over here, guys, and capture a territory over here. And yeah, let's see if the yellow player captures South America, and if he does, then what the black player is going to do. And if the yellow player captures South America, then if he is going to leave his army on Brazil. But alright, he just skips his turn. He just skips his turn, guys, so I think he will be just turtling this game. But come on, black, don't make the territories to attack for the yellow player. I really regret my decision that I prioritized you over the green player. I shouldn't have invaded the green player into Australia and just let him keep it and just left you trapped in South America. I think that will have just been the best decision for me, black, honestly. I really regret not leaving you trapped in South America and just giving you Africa. So yeah, guys. But alright, black player will capture a territory over here, so I think what he will capture his territories here, I have to capture the territory of Afghanistan. I guess that will be this way, how that works, right? But the black player will be capturing the territories over here in the Asian area rather than in South American one, guys. But yeah, I mean, it's either by the yellow player to progress the game since he's the strongest player, or I, green and black, should team up on the yellow player and start crushing some armies into him. But I think that will be quite unlikely for the green and black players to follow. So I don't really want to do that first. So I really think the yellow player has to do something, guys. Trades in a set, and let's see if he captures South America or whether he will just skip his turn like he did another time, the last time. And yes, he just skips his turn, so he's kinda really still mating this game if we look from his perspective, but at the same time I, black and green, could really team up on him, I assume. So just the problem is that players in public lobbies don't really know about the teaming up strategies. Alright, let's just actually do it like this. And my turn, guys, and yeah. Now all of my armies are unleashed and I didn't really think of doing this strategy last time. Let's see how patient the yellow player will be of just skipping his turns, but I think he will just be skipping his turns. I think he will be a complete turtling player over here. Let's see what the black player is doing over here. He fortifies his troops over here and maybe he will invade the yellow player into his border, or maybe he will like suicide into me or the green player. He sent angry emoji over here and I don't really understand for who he sent that emoji to. It could be any of us, I assume, but which one of us will it be? I do not really know, guys. So let's just play that like this. Maybe he doesn't appreciate that I blocked the yellow player from getting cards. Who knows, guys? I think most likely he either wants to invade the yellow player through that border or just wants to do something to me. Since I think if it was something about the green player, then he will have fortified his troops in North Africa, combined his troops with me. But let's see, here's the moment of truth, whether he invades yellow or will he suicide on me or what he is going to do, guys. But alright, he's just turtling over here as well. Let's tell him to attack the yellow player. Attack the yellow player, you 2 green. Let's send him to attack yellow and let's see, thumbs up or thumbs down. I'm asking to attack or not attack. Attack yellow, yes or no? Well, we're going to see. Let's send him again to attack yellow and let's just crush some troops into yellow myself. Let's just crush an army of like 20 troops, I assume. And let's tell to attack yellow and to attack yellow. Let's see, I'm the first player to show an initiative to team up on the yellow player, as it really looks like this game is going to stalemate if I don't do that. Other players are not really making moves, so what it wouldn't be applied the same on me. I made the move first myself, even though I'm the weakest looking to the troops counter. But I already wasted those troops and before that it was probably around the same, I assume. Let's tell him to attack the yellow player. Our alliance is over. Well, yellow, you should have attacked someone then, rather than just being the turtling player. I mean, if you aren't attacking anyone, then it just makes the sense to team up on you. Or I mean, just to stay turtling like all of us do in this game and just wait till players start disconnecting. I assume maybe this way. Well, let's actually make the black player the way to attack the yellow player from this border. Maybe he will take it in a wrong way and will suicide on me, but we'll see. Let's tell him to attack the yellow player and the green player as well. Let's actually just do like 10 troops and fortify the army over here. I'm the weakest player, but I really want to show an initiative as the yellow player as the strongest player isn't doing anything. That might let me off getting eliminated first, but not necessarily. But the yellow player is the strongest and could really afford taking me out as long as he wants to. But alright, let's see if the black player invades the yellow player. Let's send the black player a thumbs up. Hopefully he is understandable player. Hopefully he just isn't suicide on me right now. But yeah. As the green player hasn't really actually showed the initiative to attack the yellow player, so I don't really think the green player even understands what I mean by saying to attack the yellow player, what I'm offering to team up on the yellow player, since the yellow player isn't really doing anything. But alright, I really like that. I really like that for sure, guys. Finally, the era of the yellow player will be over. The era of the yellow player will be over. This is what he gets by just turtling and not progressing the game. If he didn't want to attack anyone by himself and just skip his turns or something like that, or just capture the territories of once, then in our best interest is just to team up on him. And let's tell the green player to attack the yellow player as well. Actually, the green player is in the biggest lead right here. And let's see what he's going to... Come on, don't you go. Alright, the green player is just taking the advantage over the situation and the yellow player is just laughing. Well, alright. we got rid of the wolf, but we have got a bear in the situation. Wow, guys, we jumped from wolf to a bear. Wow. Alright, let's actually send him to the green. Let's actually try to make the alliance with the yellow player to see if he accepts it, and let's just do some manual roll on the green player's army. As otherwise, the green player is just going to win this game. And I assume, I didn't see since I was manual rolling, but I assume the yellow player has declined my alliance request. And this way, if he is stubborn, then the game will be just given away to the green player. If he doesn't want to team up on the green player. I mean, this is what a fixed card is about. You really have to balance out the strongest players. I mean, if the yellow player suicides on me right now, then the game will just be given to the green player. But alright, we're going to see how this game is going to go. The black player is taking his turn, but probably... Alright, he cannot attack the green player, so he could just capture North America. Hopefully he doesn't disconnect and leaves the game over here. Alright, come on. When finally we got into some more interesting situation after the game stalemating for ages, you just leave the game. Alright, the green player doesn't have as many troops as I and the yellow player combined, so the game could be still potentially saved. But alright, he fortifies his army over here, and I think I will just intend to invade the green player from that other border, from South American border. We are going to see, maybe the game hasn't been lost yet, so unless the yellow player wants to suicide on me. Let's see. I think that's a high chance for the yellow player to suicide, but I mean, there always be persons like that in the risk. But let's see whether he still plays this game to win, and I mean, this game is ranked, so suiciding in this game will not achieve for him anything. But alright, I think the yellow player still plays to win. But come on, I think the black bot will just... Alright, stupid black bot. And wow, it even strengthened the green player's advantage. Let's in general them. And do I even have a set? I do not, guys. Let's just manual roll the green player's army over here to see how much of the damage I will be able to do to him. And maybe not much, but let's still do those manual rolls. We gotta break through him, otherwise it probably won't be done much when it comes to him. So I just fortified my army next to the green player as well, and let's see what happens. Let's see if the yellow player does something or if he doesn't. Well, the yellow player just fortified his army here, and I think he doesn't understand what we must team up on the green player. I mean, he could just have crushed some troops into the green player's army, but right now I cannot break it through the green player's border, as I will just suicide. I will just give away the game. I will just lose the game. I'm not sure who would win, whether the green player or the yellow player, but yeah, I will just lose the game. The yellow player doesn't make it mutually beneficial for me when it comes to that. But alright, the green player takes me out. And alright, actually it might be a really smart move, so if he doesn't unleash the yellow player's armies, the yellow player is really trapped, so I think the yellow player has really misplayed. He should have really crushed some troops into the green player using the slider option, but he fortified his troops over here next to the black player, and the green player is still going to hold those continents. But yeah, the green player misplayed himself, that's why he doesn't just trapped by capturing the China and Ural territories. But maybe he still will, as I mean, to go with all of the Australian army in Australia wasn't worth it. Yeah, the green player is just really and why you fortify into a blocked place rather than Ukraine, but I think at this point it doesn't really that matter too much if the yellow player is going to break through, but alright, the yellow player won't unleash it, so... And what, the yellow player goes after the black player, but alright, maybe he will still win. So maybe after all the green player misplayed, not the yellow player. Maybe I was really wrong about that. As actually the yellow player is stronger than I thought at first, and is just going to make the green player blocked, and yeah, maybe this way the yellow player wins, and if so, then it will be a really exciting win for the yellow player for sure. I think he should at least fortify some troops to protect North America from this side, as the green player has even 12 Afghanistani troops and is going to trade in a set at 5 cards. So let's see, I think that army might have been a little bit too big, as the green player won't break through that army right now, but also at the same time, the green player will probably just fortify his troops in Southern Europe. But maybe it doesn't matter, as the yellow player then will just fortify his troops in North Africa. I'm not sure, and the green player is taking his time to make his turn. And will he just leave the game? Will he just leave the game after taking me out and not even trying to take a chance in this 1v1 endgame? And yes, he just left the game, but yeah, really well played by the yellow player. The yellow player has really handled this situation well. Yes or no? He totally deserves his victory, and that was really well played by him for sure. I thought what he misplayed, but actually he didn't. He did the move which has actually him of leading the game. So applaudissements to the yellow player, and again, well played. What a legend, what a star. Well played, yellow player. That's a GG, and before we leave, let's send the general dump.